love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sutter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sutter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and Coppell's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear. Lots of fantastic offers still going on. We got 0% interest rates and trade bonuses on select deals. I know it all sounds percent interest rates right now at Coppell. Also ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM certified units ready to roll. So stop by dealership or on at CoppellCar.com. All deals with approved credit.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, apart from a slight storm chance late in the day, we'll see mainly sunny skies and a high of around 85. Tonight we'll see a slight chance of storms, otherwise mostly clear skies, a low of around 64. And tomorrow mostly sunny, and then an afternoon storm chance is possible. We'll see a high of around 90. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM for 93.7. This is 7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
3-time national champion, Vershawn
Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
and Jake Bakovic.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppell Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On at theticket.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah, boy. It's The Ticket 93.7 on the black shirt, Terrell Farley, and I'm with Rico. And the captain took him vacation for the last couple of days, y'all.
Yeah, so a little mini vacation.
I think everybody that's listening on 93 point the country, well, how we say it?
What are you talking about?
93.7
The Ticket.
What
are you trying to say?
Ticket people out there in
Ticket country?
Yeah, Ticket country to bear with me and Rico for I kind of like Nick yesterday. He was great. Rico was great the day before. So me and Rico got a great show for you today, man. I got some stuff I'm gonna do that's gonna take something from you guys on the text lines.
We're gonna need your guys' help.
So we're gonna go through later on, not the first segment, but we're gonna talk about something else. But Rico. So how was your tell me about yesterday, man? What you was
yesterday? I was in Omaha for the Nebraska Pro Volleyball team's name announcement, and they announced that their name will be the Omaha Supernovas. I like the name. I like the color scheme. Apparently, a lot of other people don't like the name. I think it's great. Hold on. I got a real good explanation from somebody about exactly what the team name. Okay, here we go. So it's a metaphor that speaks to the brightest stars in the night sky and the explosive luminescent energy around women's volleyball and women's sports in general right now. So, the brightest stars in the skies are supernovas. And they're just saying that they're getting a collection of all of these bright, amazing stars to come to Omaha and play for this team. Therefore, they are the Supernovas.
How many teams they got in this league?
Right now, there are, I think, 7. They're adding more for the season after. I think they're going to have 8 once the season begins in February of 2024. So this coming February is when the season will start. And they'll be playing their home games at the CHI Health Center. And season tickets opened up yesterday also after the name announcement. So if you go to, I think it's neprovolleyball.com. I think that's still what it is. You can go there and order season tickets. It's like $100 deposit. And then once they open up where you can pick the seats. You'll first come, first serve to pick whatever seat you want, courtside, whatever, higher up if you want to be higher up, wherever you want to sit.
So how many how many teams?
Let me make
say
sure
8.
I have it.
No,
I want to say 8.
You say 8. So what cities are they in? What other cities?
Give me 1 second. I know they just announced that there's an expansion team coming to Dallas. There's one in Orlando. There's one in Grand Rapids. There's one in San Diego. Let me see. Pro Volleyball Federation. Let me get all these teams in here. Okay, so Atlanta. They don't have a name yet, but they are going to play at Gas South Arena. They're in Duluth, Georgia, Atlanta.
Okay.
Columbus,
Mm-hmm.
the Columbus Fury, Grand Rapids Rise in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Omaha Supernovas in Omaha, Orlando, Florida, and then San Diego. So those are the teams. So it's 6 teams right now, but they have 7 with the Dallas team that'll join in 2025. They're trying to get to at least 8 for the 2025 season. So they're just looking for another city to put a franchise in. But the inaugural season will have 6 teams: Atlanta, Columbus, Grand Rapids, Omaha, Orlando, and San Diego.
That's pretty good for women's sports.
It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic.
I can
for
see you
the
as
women's sports.
I can see you as a super fan because I know you love.
I'm not going to be a super. I'm going to be a fan, but I'm going to try and get it on the ground floor and cover them. So talk about them here on the ticket. Hopefully, I made a lot of connections. I talked to a lot of people yesterday. Talked to Gina Mancuso-Prasowski yesterday, and she seemed super excited. And we had her on the airwaves earlier this week, and then we had her on Monday. So if you go to the podcast page for the happy hour, you can listen to that. Or if you go to the YouTube, I think we uploaded the whole interview there. Then we talked to the president, Diane Mendenhall, who worked with the University of Nebraska for quite some time, but now she's the president of the Omaha Supernovas. She's a Nebraska native. She's from Ogallala. She played volleyball down in Kansas, was actually part of the first class of Title IX women's sports. And she is now the president of the Omaha Supernovas. We talked to her on Tuesday. And again, you can listen to that on the Happy Hour podcast page. So we had all kinds of interviews with the Omaha Supernovas people, and we've got some more people. Natalia, the captain of the Puerto Rican national team, I talked to her as well, and we'll probably have her on at some point in the near future to talk about things. And their head coach, Shelton Collier, who's the seventh winningest coach in collegiate volleyball history, is the head coach of the Omaha Supernovas. I got an interview with him. I just need to get it off of our audio and get it out so we can listen to it. So
I'm surprised they wouldn't try to steal John Cook from us.
No. He's got his own thing. No.
Now, Rico,
Shelton Collier is great though. It's gonna be fantastic.
Now I got this thing I want you to play, and I want everybody to listen to this because it comes from the SEC Media Day, and it's how to wake up Nick Saban. So this is Lane Kiffman talking about Nick Saban.
1 second while it loads. Okay. Here we go.
That's why we have Feinbaum, so he can motivate him every other year and say, oh, his dynasty's over, and this is the end of Saban. And then we're like, hey, thanks a lot for pissing him off. And Paul's always wrong on this subject. So, and he just did it again the other day. If he doesn't make the playoffs, he's not any good as a coach. So thanks, Paul.
So this is Lane Kiffman talking about Paul Feinbaum, who covers a lot of the SEC football. He's the king of the SEC.
Yeah, he's like the SEC media
guru.
godfather.
Yeah, like Chris Raff calls himself the guru of Nebraska.
That's Paul Feinbaum.
Paul Feinbaum is the guru of the SEC, and it says that once you talk about Nick Saban, it wakes him up. Now this is what Alabama's second year, probably not going. They made it the year before.
Mm-hmm.
So this year they didn't make it.
They snuck in the year before because they didn't win the SEC, but they made it in and they lost. But then this year they didn't make it in. They thought that they should. Saban, when the playoff first started, there was a point where a team was going to make it in after not winning their conference, and Saban said, it literally said from his own mouth, if you don't win your conference, you shouldn't be in the playoff. And then a year or two after that, they didn't win the SEC, but he was like, well, I still believe we're the best team and you should have the 4 best teams in the playoff.
So the thing is that about Nick Saban though, I mean, they a couple of weeks ago they were number 30 or 28 we seen in
They were
recruiting.
they were in the 30s.
Now if you look at it now, the updated version of
I
it,
think they're 4th.
they're 4th in one and 1 in the other. They picked up 9 5-star recruits in the last month, probably less, 4 I know of, because they was at 5.
They went on a ridiculous run of recruit. Like every other day, it seemed like this person's committing to Alabama. Another 5-star commits to Alabama. And I was like, what is happening right now? But it was what we said. You can't truly expect Alabama to stay in the 30s for very long. They're just waiting on their recruits to finish with their visits. And then maybe, especially with a Nick Saban in Alabama, with the amount of success that they've had, I feel like if they tell a recruit, hey, if you don't commit in X amount of days, we're going to move on from you. And that's true, and they can actually convince some of those guys to commit to them right away because unlike Nebraska, where they haven't had as much success, you've seen what Alabama's been able to do in the previous couple of years.
Yeah. So, that's
you don't want to lose your spot on that kind of team.
I was secretly back in when did they play? In 92, they played Miami.
I don't know.
Miami, yeah.
I was -1.
Okay, Miami versus Alabama in 1992. In my freshman year in high school, I had an Alabama starter coach. I was an Alabama fan of the team they had with George Teague and the team that really shocked Miami that day because they had a whole bunch of teams of superstars and fast guys. But Alabama ended up winning it in 1992. I think Gene Stallings was the coach back then, but they shocked the world and they beat Alabama. I mean, they beat Miami, Florida, a good Miami, Florida team. And Nick took over the program now, and it seems like that, he has taken a step down to Kirby Smart, and I know that part irritates him a lot because he didn't expect Kirby to go there so fast and be able to jump on his neck like any other coach.
Well, he'd been undefeated against people who had coached beneath him before. Any previous assistants that had coached under Nick Saban, he never lost to any of them. And then Kirby Smart comes in, and I think I couldn't tell you the exact rate. He's probably like 2-1 or like 3-1 against Nick Saban in that time. So it's, when you learn from the master and then you put your own spin on things and you're able to get the amount of talented athletes that Kirby Smart is able to get at Georgia and put his own spin on what he learned from Nick Saban, then you have a chance to take down the old master. So we'll see if Nick Saban can but if he can take that next step forward, and if they face Georgia in the SEC championship game, if they're able to knock them off their pedestal. Because looking at Georgia's schedule, if they're not undefeated going into the SEC championship game, something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, and the most part about it, if Nick can just hold on to this season, at least go 11-2 next year. 11-2 get you in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
that's 8 teams.
12 teams.
12?
I think so. I think that's what they jumped to right away.
You can get in there with a 10-3 record, Alabama record.
There's so much playoff talk that I can't remember if it was 8 or 12 teams. Expanded playoff 2024. Okay. So it'll be 12 teams. Yep. That's so many teams. If you look at, and we talked about this before, recruiting doesn't necessarily mean wins right away. But if you look at the teams that are generally in the playoffs year after year, they're in the top 5 recruiting. So let's just go with the recruiting rankings, and we'll just say that the top 12 make the playoffs. And honestly, looking at this list looks pretty similar to what probably will happen. Georgia, number 1, Ohio State, number 2, and these are the recruiting rankings. Florida, number 3, Michigan, number 4, Alabama, USC, Penn State, Texas A&M, they're always high in recruiting, but they always underperform on the field.
Yeah, you scratched them out of there.
So we'll go to 13. We'll take Texas A&M out. Notre Dame, Oregon, Tennessee, Clemson, Florida State. Just missing the playoffs. If the recruiting rankings hold, the 2 teams directly out of the playoffs, the first 2 teams out, LSU, Miami.
Well, I think Penn State should be up there.
They are. They are at 7
in
recruiting.
And the good thing about that'll be a chance for the Big Ten to get 3 teams in the playoffs. And I think the way that Penn State plays and James Franklin coaches them that they are a sure bet to get in there for the next couple of years as the top 12 team.
As long as he stays.
Yeah.
As long as he's still there, what he's done at Penn State is pretty impressive. And now that it's going to sound mean, but now that he's finally rid of Sean Clifford, maybe they can take that next step, because he was a good quarterback. Like, he was always there and would sort of keep them in games, but he would also be part of the reason why they would lose a lot of the games that they did lose. So now that they're without him and they've got Drew Aller, I believe, behind center, maybe they can take that next step, and they're going to be a team to watch out for, because as Nick has said multiple times, Trey Potts, the talented Minnesota running back, transferred to Penn State. So they've got a nice backfield there. They've got a new quarterback under center, and we'll see what Penn State's able to do.
All right. So Crowbar says, off work early for the weekend, and now listening to the Black Shirt and Rico at the gym. Whole place to myself, so I get my choice of stations.
Nice.
I don't
let everybody listen.
I don't even lift weights no more. I hate the weight room.
Well, you work enough that you don't have to work.
I hated the weight room in college. I used to just walk right. I'll go in there and shoot the breeze, talk smack.
Yeah.
Try to lift up something for about 3 minutes.
Well, you got to make sure that they knew you were in there.
I tell you what, though, I in the off season I did the workout station that Nebraska used to do with, and I cried the first day. I almost told them, call me an ambulance. Call an ambulance. I can't feel my legs. So, you know, I was strong, but I only lifted what I needed to lift. I'm not going to go above and beyond to be the strongest guy when I want to maintain my speed and I don't want to gain weight. So it wasn't that. It's not I couldn't gain weight. It's
you
like
didn't.
I took creatine and got too fat one time. I got up to like 212.
Yeah.
And I felt slow.
Yeah.
So I stopped really taking creatine and just started drinking like milkshakes.
So you mentioned that, and what are your thoughts on like players who are coming in, some of the wide receivers that are sitting at 180, 190, and some people saying that they need to bulk up to like 215 or something. Do you think that that's necessary, or is it just a reallocation of that weight so that you get rid of the bad weight, keep the good weight, and if you stay at around a 190 or whatever, but you also keep that speed, that's still good? Like, you don't need to necessarily bulk up to 200 plus pounds just to play college football, right?
No, you don't. You gotta see what fits your body. They gotta see what fits your body and how much weight you can hold and how faster you get, how stronger you get. And most of the time it takes its time over redshirt year. So when things like that, you got to look at the redshirt year for the guys who bulk up and, can they handle 15 to 20 more pounds? We don't know that. And they don't know that. So that's the thing about, because we don't know their body and their body don't know and they don't know what their body can do. So it's always a process to keep just to keep checking on them and measure their body fat and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't play at 220. I never wanted to be 220. I never wanted to be a linebacker. It's just something. It's just something that I was more like a defensive end linebacker type in high school, and I kept playing. And then when Nebraska recruited me, because I thought more like I would be a safety, like when I went to a left JUCO and go to somewhere else, but Nebraska came first, recruited me as a linebacker still. And hey, I played 200, 205. So, it's not necessary you have to get real big and buffed up, because, you got to develop that, just like you got to develop on the field, you got to develop in the weight room. So you got to develop your body and you got to develop your position on football. So,
because there are certain positions that need to be that bulked up, that need to be big. But if you have a specialty like you did, where it was your speed, you don't want to take that away by having you bulk up to 220.
Well, I seen a guy like that bulked up real big, because one of the former linebackers, like Eric Johnson, he probably was 205, 200 when he got here. When he left and he went to the NFL and played linebacker, he was 240. So I don't know how he was able to maintain his speed like that. But people like Randy Stella still got the same physique like me. So Randy Stella still was a small linebacker like me. And to this day, I still see Randy, and he's still the same size like me. So you got to think about the metabolism that us small guys have. We may eat a lot, but we burn it off real quick. And it's like me, I only probably eat like once a day, really. But I snack on stuff all through the day. But I really sit down and eat once a day just to have a good meal and drink soda and on the fly.
Is that just because you're constantly moving?
Yeah, just because I'm constantly moving, I try to keep fluid in my body. But actually, today was the first time I drank some water in probably 2 weeks.
How did it taste?
It tastes good. You know, I got out the shower and I was thirsty, I guess because of the hot water. But I got out the shower and I got thirsty. I said, "Oh man, let me get some water." I said, "Oh, I drank some water for two glasses." So you know, somebody says 9'3", 7'5". How tall is Farley? I'm 6 foot, 6.5 when I went to the combine.
6'1.5". What was it? 200?
At the combine, I was like 6 foot and a quarter, probably 195 pounds. So.
That doesn't sound like a linebacker.
Yeah,
that sounds like sounds like a.
Well, I was I think I was probably like 205.
It sounds like a slot wide receiver.
Yeah. So you know, but you know, hey, just like
maybe
I said,
a corner.
Yeah, maybe a corner. I tried corner. I didn't like it. I never. The position I wanted to play, I never got a chance to play it.
What was that?
Safety. Strong safety or free. Never got a chance to play it.
At all?
No. Went to Green Bay as a corner.
And they didn't give you a chance at safety.
No,
they didn't even try you back there at all.
Never got tried at safety. Period. So it kind of disappointed me, and like why people don't think I can be a safety. If I can play linebacker, I know I definitely can play safety.
That's especially you didn't have the
especially
speed.
Strong safety. Yeah.
How was your back pedal?
My back pedaling was great. You know, I went and worked out for Green Bay. Ran a 4.47 on my first run. I did my drills real good. I don't know why the captain think I'm just slow as mud. You know, he just put me in a category with him a lot. So, but yeah, I went and ran a 4.47, did my back pedals, did my drills. They told me I was going to play corner. I was like, oh my God, I thought I was going for safety. So I was like 200. I had to lose like, I got down to 188 before camp started. And I was one of those casualties of war when you get cut because, you know, the number game isn't right. So probably after 2 days of camp, I got cut.
Dang.
And I already had set out a year of football. So I had to, my mind was right then. You know, I had set out a year of football. I wanted to play. So the first phone call was made to me was from Canada. And I took that. And by the time I was finna sign the contract, I signed the contract. Green Bay was calling me back to come back to camp. Or they wanted to put me on the practice roster. But I had just signed a contract with Canada. I said, well, thank you. Because 15 minutes ago, I just signed a contract with Saskatchewan Roughriders. So, you know, I couldn't really call them back and say, hey, could you rip that contract up?
Take that contract, throw it away, please. I don't want to play for you.
Yeah. So
but you got your chance.
But I got my chance. And, you know, like I tell people, man, it's something that I never thought about in life was playing football at any level. You know, just besides high school. So I completed my goal way more than I thought I would do. You know, I made my dad proud. I made my mom proud. Something to show my grandkids when they get here one day. So that'll be soon on that end. So, you know,
Grandpa Black Shirt.
Yeah, I try to tell my kids about it. They don't really care about football, you know, like that. My daughter plays volleyball, so I try to. You know, I'm gonna try to get down to Indiana this year to watch a player game because I haven't seen a play yet.
Okay.
My son, he's 19 going on 20, so he's in the working force now. So I gotta really try to talk to him and really make him understand what it means to be a man. You know, sometimes it takes you 10 to 20 years to be a man, but right now with him having a child on the way, I got to probably get him a little equipped early because I didn't have my first child. I was 28, 29 years old. So, but you know, it's things like that. And Crowbar say everything happened for a reason. I know, and you know, I don't dwell on it no more. I never hopped in a corner and cried because, you know, that I didn't make it. I didn't make it big because I know God got something better for me. You know, like I say, you know, like Crowbar said, things happen for a reason. You know, if I probably would have got all that money, I probably would have drunk myself to death. So, you know, it's a good thing that God changed my plan and now he makes me a better person. And, you know, I want to get out here and tell my story to kids and let them know that, you know, it's something bigger and better than drinking and being with friends and football. So, you know, you got to have a clear mind and a clear conscience about things in life that don't go your way, because it's more people out there suffering at other things and to be worried about your problem. So, you know, I take it like that.
Who knows? If you would have made it big, you probably wouldn't have been here.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have met your best friend.
I know. Bach will be back, man.
Yep. No, that's okay.
Let's go to break,
That's
Rico.
what we're talking about. Yep. Take us out.
All right. When we come back on the ticket, get your pen and paper ready, because me and Rico, we're going to go through the top players on college football from 1 through 99.
Based on their numbers.
Who's
the best player at, and this is from a certain Twitter person. Who is the best player from whatever school to wear whatever number?
No, this is college football, the best number ever.
Oh, you're going. Oh, okay.
So,
we're gonna
you
figure
know,
this out.
we're not just going by school. We're
Oh,
going
goodness
by,
gracious.
This is going to be all-time number.
All right, here we go then.
So, yeah, the ticket, 93.7. We'll be back.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the IBEW Local 265 family. Work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August the 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarind Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. July marks 8 years of the Body Shop being open for business and serving Lincoln the best massage options in the area. Dennis and his team would like to thank all customers who have stopped in and let them relieve the pains and stress in their lives. Your continued business allows them to do what they are passionate about. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, your go-to for all types of massages at 48th and A.
The days of internet contracts and heavy fine print are over. It's time to experience hassle-free service with no contracts or hidden fees. That's the Allo promise. Allo Communications provides fiber internet, TV, and phone services with fair and no-nonsense pricing. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 local support 365 days a year, and a monthly bill you can count on. Don't settle for gimmicks. Settle for hassle-free with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/hassle-free.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Ticket, 93.7. I'm the Black Shirt Terrell Farley. The captain is out today. I'm with
Rico.
Rico. Suave.
What it is.
What you got planned this weekend, Rico?
Got a 2-year-old's birthday party that we're going to. It'll be KJ's first time going to a birthday party for one of his friends. So,
okay.
So we'll see how this goes.
Oh, you see the weather?
Shout out to Nolan.
You see the weather next week?
No,
it's gonna be hot. It's back in 98s, hundreds, right before the summer workouts begin.
Well, of course.
They're gonna be crying out there.
Oh, they're gonna hate it.
Oh yeah, especially on that turf out there with that grass, whatever they. Inside the stadium is hotter than.
Well, they got grass. They got natural grass now. They don't have turf anymore at the practice fields.
So, okay.
They have grass. Did you see? Speaking of hot and turf, there's a school, NAIA D3, whatever school in New York. They put in new turf. It's black.
Ooh. Oh, that might. Ooh,
No,
son.
no.
Ooh.
No,
on their practice field or playing
no,
field?
It's their playing field,
Black
but
turf.
they practice on it.
Well, that'll be smooth though at night if you can.
I mean, maybe, but during the day when you got to practice, during the week,
that's kind of hot. Well, New York gets hot too in the summer.
yeah.
So, right, yeah, they're gonna have.
I saw somebody say the cleats are going to start melting. That thing is just going to absorb all that heat. That is going to be hot. Can you imagine landing on that?
I know.
Your arm goes down. All of a sudden, you have no skin on your arm.
I did that before, Rico. My leg.
Did you play on AstroTurf?
Yes.
That's concrete. That's not turf.
Well, we played on whatever turf they had back in '95. That's what we.
I feel like it was
played
AstroTurf.
on. It was hot. It was like if it's 100 outside, it's 140 on that turf. So
not a fan of that.
Yeah, but we're gonna shoot on to this next thing. In my hand, I have the best college football players to wear each jersey number. So right now, we're gonna go through 1 through 99, Rico. We're gonna try to make it.
Hold on. We have something in the other room.
Okay, so a very lovely gentleman just came in, and we get various deliveries throughout the day, but this is one that shocked me.
No, Nick, don't do it, Nick, because I'm scared now.
Don't worry, it's not for either one of us.
So it is a bouquet of roses.
Yep.
I mean,
they are gorgeous.
Very, very nice.
Beautiful roses.
Real big red roses. And on the card,
I really want to read it. I really want to read the
dedicated, and it was sent to Chris Raff.
Really want to read it.
Guys,
who sent this?
Who sent a ginormous bouquet of roses
To Raph?
To Raph. The guy.
I'm scared.
I felt bad. I felt bad for the guy because he was like, I don't know, just said to deliver before 2 p.m. And I was like, well, Raph just left. And he goes, well, what do you want me to do with them? And I was like, well, I guess we'll keep them. I was like,
text Raph.
I got to text Raph right now.
Send him a picture and be like,
you don't have
ask
to,
him if you can open the card.
You don't have to text Raph now because I guarantee you he's listening.
Ask him if you can open the card. Raph, if you're listening, can we open the card?
No, I don't. I don't want to hear that.
I want to open the card. Don't open it without him.
I'm not going to. It just says Chris Raph on the front.
They are beautiful roses.
This is.
They got the little.
I don't want to know what this costs.
They got the little spritz, so they look a little dewy.
Hey, look now. Raph is the type of guy I think that probably would send his own self roses. So it could.
I don't know, man.
You think it's for John Elway?
Yeah.
Chris, please stop talking about me.
I am not the GOAT.
Take these. I touched every rose, and now you can have that as a token.
If he signed it, then Raph would lose his mind. Oh goodness gracious, this is ridiculous.
All right, so right now, we got these. I got these college football players to wear each jersey number. Now y'all can chime in and help me with some of the discussion.
Yeah, we need your guys' help. 402-464-5685, Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line, and the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Chime in and give us your thoughts. We're going through each number to find out the best player in college football to wear each number.
All right, so we're gonna go number one. Number one, they have the all-time jersey, the number one player to wear number one in college football. He went to Pitt University. Wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald.
It's got to be Larry. It's got to be Larry.
It could, it should be. I could say Lawrence Phillips, but he didn't have a college career like Pat Fitzgerald did. So
You
what
mean
do you
Larry
think?
Fitzgerald?
Larry Fitzgerald. I'm thinking about.
No, you're good. Pat Fitzgerald had a pretty good college career too.
Oh yeah, he's in a lot of trouble still, but
So Larry Fitzgerald, and I got the stats pulled up because I'm going to do this for these players, and we're going to try and figure out who, if it truly is the best player. So Larry Fitzgerald played 2 years at Pitt, freshman and sophomore. I think he redshirted, so he's a redshirt freshman in his sophomore year, which would have been his junior, whatever. Had 1,005 yards and 69 receptions, 12 touchdowns his first year. His second year exploded. 92 catches, 1,672 yards, and 22 touchdowns. All receiving. He had one rush for 7 yards. That's ridiculous. 22 touchdowns. Nebraska has had 2 1,000-yard receivers in their history. He damn near had 2,000 yards in a single season by himself, and he had 22 touchdowns. Nebraska's leading touchdown person last year had 9. That was Trey Palmer. Like, what is going on? Oh, Nick has more on the flowers.
I'm sorry to interrupt. And this is back to the flowers. So I call Raph and I go, hey, Raph. I was like, so I'm standing here in front of a bouquet of roses, and it's meant for you. I said, the card says to Chris Raph on it.
Yeah.
And he goes, what? That's all he said. And he goes, I'm on my way back. So
I need him.
So Raph is going to open the card.
When he gets back, he comes in here and he opens it.
We're
And if he can read it on air, he's going to read it on air.
I sent him a picture and he goes, because he thought I was lying. And I go, nope. I said, I'm sending you the picture right now. And he goes, oh my gosh. So, okay, back to your conversation.
Okay, thank you.
Mute his mic, Rico.
I did.
This guy comes on my show and try to ruin things and
do not be that guy.
Do not be that guy. Mute his mic.
Do not be that.
Get him out of here. Thank you, Rico.
Sorry, Nick. I was told to.
Hey, it's just a force of habit, Rick. I'm sorry. But like I said, they say we talking about Larry Fitzgerald, and if y'all just now tuning into the ticket 93.7, we're doing the best number from 1 through 99 from college football. Someone got Warren Sapp. Now we're talking about college football. I mean, Warren Moon. Did he wear number 1 in college?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So this is college only. So, but I'm gonna give Larry Fitzgerald that great number 1. So now the number 2.
Oh, he did wear number 1 at Washington.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to look up his stats and we'll have to see. Warren Moon college stats from Washington. Here we go. So Warren Moon at Washington had 3,277 yards passing in his 3 seasons, 19 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Rushing wise, 429 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns. That's not
No. Sorry, Warren. You're not
great pro career.
Great
pro
man.
career.
Yeah.
Collegiately, meh.
Yeah. All right. So we're number 2. Who they have number 2 listed from Florida State? The man up in Colorado, PTD, Primetime Dion. If you ever seen a better number 2 in college football, explain it and send it and say why.
Well, there's another defensive player who they have that wore number 2
Oh,
better.
Charles Woodson.
Now that's going to be a hard one.
That's another debate, but I mean it could be.
I mean, one of them won a Heisman.
Yeah, I mean you could say that. This can go back and forth for hours right here, Rico.
Oh, I know.
For fans though, this can go back and forth between Woodson and Dion. Woodson and Dion. You know who had a better pro career, who had a better college career, and some people are going to pick Woodson, and some people are going to pick Dion.
So Dion in his collegiate career had 3 punt returns for a touchdown in his 4 years at Florida State. Charles Woodson had 1 in his 3 years at Michigan. So right there, you've got Dion kind of leading the way. Problem here, Dion didn't play offense.
Mm-hmm.
On defense, though, they don't have tackles because I guess they didn't keep track of tackles back then. But he did have 14. Dion did 14 interceptions and 3 touchdowns while at Florida State. Charles Woodson had 16 interceptions, no touchdowns, however.
14, 16, 3 touchdowns and no touchdowns.
But then you do have Charles Woodson's 3 receiving touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns during his career. And Charles had the 16 in 1 less year than Dion.
I don't know. I might have to.
That, like you said, this could go back and forth for days.
Yeah, because somebody 3258 says, well, who was that? Somebody said that Charles Woodson has a fake national title.
He also does have that.
Yeah.
But he has a Heisman, which is not fake.
Yeah, some people. I mean, like I say, that's another take that can go all day. So we'll go co 1A and 2A. We'll go with
Charles and Dion.
Charles and Dion.
Yeah, we'll go with that. For the number 2, it's Charles and Dion.
Right.
Some other players that are listed honorable mention, and this is a person that I might have picked, Cam Newton. Cam Newton wore number 2.
Yeah.
Had only 1 season, but it was probably the best 1 season that a quarterback has ever had in college football.
Yeah.
Putting up the numbers that he had, dragging that Auburn team. Well, not dragging. They had some pretty good players on that team, but taking that Auburn team to the national title, winning the Heisman, winning the national title. One of the best single seasons we've ever seen from a player. He'd be right up there for me.
Yeah.
Not an entire collegiate career worth of statistics, but just 1 year. I mean, you think of number 2, it's hard not to think of Cam Newton.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who wore number 2 that were really productive in college.
Right.
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
There's Dion on here. Derrick Henry wore number 2 in college.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Chase Young. Let's see. I want to make sure that I'm not just naming the people that they have on here. Willis McGahee wore number 2.
Yeah.
And that's.
But none of them more famous than Dion or Woodson.
No.
So okay, we'll go Dion Woodson. So AA Ron says, gotta go with Woodson over Dion.
Okay.
So
that's what hey, your choice.
All right,
your choice.
The best all time wear number 3. I think this probably be unanimous because I don't see too many people wearing number 3s. Keyshawn Johnson.
I mean, that's probably the easy choice. I'm just going through the other people that wore number 3 that they have on here. The next, Carson Palmer, Joey Harrington, Joe Montana wore number 3 at Notre Dame. I know he had a great pro career. I don't know how his collegiate career was. Roquan Smith at Georgia, but that's, again, not the same.
Not the Keyshawn.
Based on what they have at honorable mention and the fact that I can't think of anybody else that wore number 3, I think I'd have to agree with that. Keyshawn Johnson, number 3, and what he did with 102 receptions in a single season in his last year at USC. 1,434 yards and 7 touchdowns. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't think we can get better than that.
I mean, seeing that, so he had 102 yards, 102 receptions, 1,434. Larry had 92, 1,622 touchdowns. Like, if Larry had 102 catches, what would his yards and touchdowns be? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I just had to bring that back up.
All right, so the best to wear number 4 in college, they're going Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun
Clemson.
Watson, one of the best players to not win a Heisman.
Yeah.
But again, single season, not a career. Had a fantastic career at Clemson.
Mhm. Defeated
I don't know.
Alabama, didn't he?
He did. For Clemson's first national title in forever amount of
I think
years.
it was 80.
Something like that. Finished his 3-year career 32-3 as a starter, 10,163 passing yards, 116 total touchdowns, and 2016 won the national championship. Their first national championship since 1981.
Who else you think see wear number 4?
Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey. Ooh.
That's a pretty solid one.
Oh man,
Pretty
that's
solid.
a,
At
that's a
Georgia?
debate. That's a debate right there.
Let me look up Champ's numbers.
But let me tell you something. Now, you could put Champ in there to be one of the all-time greats at cornerback for college.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's the easy one because you could. I think Champ was better than Woodson in college because
Really?
Champ Bailey was a hellified corner.
Oh, he also played wide receiver.
Yeah. So
He
yeah,
had 5. Was Champ Bailey up for the Heisman in 98?
I don't think so.
He had 47 receptions, 744 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Hmm.
He also had 16 rushes for 84 yards. He had 3 interceptions his senior year, but he had 8 interceptions over his career and 1 touchdown. It was his junior year. So, I mean, he didn't have the defensive stats, but the fact that he turned into one of the best corners to ever play the game in the NFL, and he only had 8 interceptions in college, but he had 5 touchdown catches as a receiver his senior year. That's pretty impressive.
Chris Raff says Jamel Holloway number 4. All right, Chris Raff, you're supposed to be on here up here to get your roses.
Yeah,
so
what are you doing?
You worry about your roses right
Yeah.
there. We're not worried about Jamel Holloway right now. So yeah. But number 5, Reggie Bush.
Yes.
Has any? Yeah.
No, that's it. No.
Unanimous.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. No. Christian McCaffrey is next up. Jameis Winston, Monte Teo, Paul Hornig. Like, there's a lot of people who were number 5.
Yeah.
LaDainian Tomlinson at TCU, Larry Johnson at Penn State. But no, it's Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
What Reggie Bush did at USC,
Unbelievable.
it was just one of the best highlight tapes you can ever watch.
Just because he was getting NIL back then,
Doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter.
He still won that Heisman.
Yeah,
I don't care.
give the man back. Do you think he should get his Heisman
He
back?
should get his trophy back.
Yeah,
I don't care. He
because
didn't cheat like on the field. He didn't take steroids or anything.
Yeah.
He was getting paid, and he might have had somebody take a test for him or something. Whatever. I don't care. That wasn't on the field.
All right.
Give
so
the man his trophy back.
6, the best to wear all-time 6 in college football.
I need you guys to chime in here.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are
Chime
we doing?
in. Call in,
Aaron
do
says,
something.
"Gav, when we were back, got to go Woodson over Neon Dion." Another person says Woodson. And then, Chris Raff with Jamal Holloway. I need you guys to chime in. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know you guys are listening. Chime in with your
Yeah.
thoughts on the best players to wear these numbers.
Number 6, Baker Mayfield. I don't know about that. I'm not an OU fan, so
He did he did have some pretty good seasons at Oklahoma.
Yeah, but
And he also gets the caveat of, being the former walk-on to win a Heisman and do all this and, take Oklahoma to the playoffs.
stomp the flag in the middle of somebody.
Ohio State's field.
We'll have to
All
fight.
that. In 3 seasons, he threw for 12,292 yards, 119 touchdowns, and only 21 interceptions. Won the Big 12 3 times, went to the playoff twice, was top 4 Heisman finisher all 3 years, and won it in 2017.
Give me honorable mention 6s.
Honorable mention 6s: Dave Brown, Paul Palmer, Tim Dwight, Santana Moss.
All right, Baker, you won that one.
Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to Baker.
DeAndre Hop. Yeah, no, not really. Jordan Lynch and Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
I still think he should have won Heisman, but it's okay. It's okay. We're not gonna.
7. We're going number 7 now.
Somebody you know.
Michael Vick.
Oh, now on this list, they don't have Michael Vick. They have Michael Vick as the first honorable mention. I think it should be him.
Who they got on that list?
Somebody you know very well.
Eric Crouch.
No.
Scott Frost.
Danny Werfel.
Danny Werfel. No. I would put Eric Crouch on there before I put Danny Werfel. And then people on the tweet, then people with this would say they would also put Crouch on there. But, Michael Vick was electric in college, so you can't take that away.
Do you
from
want
him.
Do you want me to compare Michael Vick and Eric Crouch's stats?
No,
you don't want to do that.
It's okay. They both the same. So they.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I have people on the text line and listening always make fun of me because I look at Eric Crouch's stats from when he won the Heisman, and it's just his rushing stats are very impressive, but his passing stats are so pedestrian. And I understand it was a different type. It was a different game. But it just bothers me. And I'm not going to take anything away from him. He won the Heisman. He was a very electric, one of the most electric players during the time. I don't know. It just bothers me.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Read the stats, Rico.
I'm fine.
You want to stat it out. I know you want to stat
I
it
do. I really do. Michael Vick's college stats. Michael Vick finished his career at Virginia Tech with 3,299 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Rushing wise, he had 1,299 yards and 17 touchdowns. No receiving touchdowns, unfortunately for him, which is something that Eric Crouch does have over him. But let's go to Eric Crouch's stats, and we can compare the two. Mostly, it's just the passing stats. So he finished with 3,434 passing yards in 4 years. Vic did it in 2. 50. Oh, this is rushing, actually. So 3,434 rushing yards, 59 touchdowns. He also had 3 receptions and 2 touchdowns. Passing wise, he had 4,481 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 25 interceptions.
That 25 and 27.
But and this is the part that bothered his senior year when he won the Heisman. 1,510 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Rushing, 1,115 rushing yards, 18 touchdowns, and the 1 reception for 63 yards and a touchdown.
So he had, now go back to the interception touchdown ratio.
His senior year 7-10, his whole career 29-25.
Oh, that's kind of shaky right there.
Like I said, Michael Vick only played 2 years at Virginia Tech. Passing wise, 3,299, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Never had a negative touchdown to interception ratio. The closest was 8-6 in 2000.
We'll do Michael Vick. Michael Vick is
Michael Vick.
Yeah, the
It's
anonymous number 7. All right, number 8. Let me see where we at on number 8, Rico.
Where are we at? This
8.
guy has a trophy named after him. We do have to take a break, though. We're going over.
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna take us out on the break.
All right. You guys are listening to The Captain, 93.7 The Ticket. We're going through the best players to wear each number in collegiate football history because, that's what we do on a sunny July day in 2023.
With no Husker football news.
No Husker football news. You guys listen to The Captain, 93.7 The Ticket.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to NovotnyNutritionandWellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. July marks 8 years of the Body Shop being open for business and serving Lincoln the best massage options in the area. Dennis and his team would like to thank all customers who have stopped in and let them relieve the pains and stress in their lives. Your continued business allows them to do what they are passionate about. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, your go-to for all types of massages at 48th and A. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. Register to win one of 4 $500 gift certificates from Graham Tire Company of Lincoln during their anniversary sale going on now. Instant rebates on Goodyear, Kumho, Hankook, and Nokian tires. Additional mail-in rebates on select Goodyear tires. Double your mail-in rebate when you use your Goodyear card. That's up to $260 savings on 4 select tires. Hurry in for the savings and your chance to win a $500 gift certificate given away to 4 lucky local winners. Graham Tire and Auto Service, getting you to the places that matter most. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Old School with DP and J.
As long as it's taken for him to build up that program to be pretty successful by their standards, and look, pretty successful by Big Ten West standards, you have to take that into accountability. You can't be an impulsive, in-the-moment type of decision maker, because how you handle Pat Fitzgerald could stymie you from hiring, because those coaches talk.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back with Vershawn Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We got out in front of our skis on that one, not realizing what time it was. So we've got to make this one a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Because we just kept going.
All right.
But I apologize for nothing.
We're 8.
We are.
8. Number 8.
Well, look who just walked in.
Oh, Raffy.
Okay, we're going to speed through this. We're going to take a break, and then we'll get to the rest of them. But we're going to go to 10 today, and go to 10 in this segment. We are at number 8. Who does yours have at number 8?
Marcus Mariota. Did a lot of great number 8s.
So wait, do not open that yet. Just hold on, okay? We got to get through this. So mine for number 8 is Davey O'Brien.
who has the trophy named after him, the
Yeah.
smallest player to ever win the Heisman, 5'7", 151 pounds, backed up Sammy Baugh to start his career and shined when he got his shot, leading the Horned Frogs to an undefeated season and national championship in 1938. That's Davey O'Brien. Honorable mentions, Lamar, the person that I thought would be the best, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he's better than
Marcus Mariota, Troy Aikman, Jalen Ramsey, Julio Jones, A.J. Green, Marvin Harrison Sr. at Syracuse, Delta O'Neal, Rex Grossman, Napoleon Kaufman. Like, those are the other ones. A lot of really good players wore number 8, apparently.
Yeah, been some great ones. So 9, Joe Barrow.
Yeah, that's
All right,
not
Joe
even
Barrow.
not even close. The
Joe
best
Barrow.
single season the quarterback's ever had.
10, Vince Young.
Yes. What he did, he should, and the thing is, he should have won a Heisman, but Reggie won the Heisman. It was just a bad year for him. RG3 also wore number 10. Troy Smith, Derek Brooks, Ed Oliver, and no, not Ed Oliver. I'm not gonna throw Ed Oliver in there. Chase Daniel, some really good players. Marshawn Lynch to wear number 10. But yeah, for me, it'd be between RG3 and Vince Young, and I'd probably have to decide if I had one season to go with. I'd probably go with Vince Young.
All right, 11,
Matt
Leinart.
I have LeVar Arrington.
Ooh, good one. But Matt won the Heisman.
I know, but LeVar Arrington.
Does Heisman get you automatically?
I think Heisman automatically gets you top 3.
Yeah.
But LeVar Arrington. I'm sorry. I can't. I got to go with that. But no, okay, so we'll do that. We'll stop at 11. We'll go to a break. We'll talk to Raph. We'll see if his story is appropriate for the radio. And we'll be right back right here on The Captain, 93.7 The Ticket.
Yeah.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countlessly without even knowing at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply and contractors selection of construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, stop by 6701 from 7 to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. July marks 8 years of the Body Shop being open for business and serving Lincoln the best massage options in the area. Dennis and his team would like to thank all customers who have stopped in and let them relieve the pains and stress in their lives. Your continued business allows them to do what they are passionate about. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, your go-to for all types of massages at 48th and A.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like
Fleet and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Great Diesel Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start electrical career today.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, apart from a slight storm chance late in the day, we'll see mainly sunny skies and a high of around 85. Tonight we'll see a slight chance of storms, otherwise mostly clear skies, a low of around 64. And tomorrow mostly sunny, and then an afternoon storm chance is possible. We'll see a high of around 90. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at the short. Look at the short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown. Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. There and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Yeah. It's the Black Shirt and Rico today at the Ticket 93.7. We're going over some list of the all-time players in college football to wear 1 through 99. We're not going to get to 99 today, but we're going to try to make this a 2-episode thing. So we're going to try to do 1 through 50 today and see how many Nebraska players we have on there.
And if you guys have any disagreements, you let us know.
Yeah.
So Hole in a Boat, which love it, says McCaffrey is the best number 5, should have won the Heisman, and he was at Stanford, an Ivy League school, not a stacked USC school full of players being played. They were an NIL team. Now, Hole in a Boat, I do agree with you. Christian McCaffrey should have won the Heisman his senior year. He should have, but, East Coast bias. He was on the West Coast. They didn't watch him all that much. His stats were ridiculous. He broke Barry Sanders' single season record for all-purpose yards. Definitely should have won the Heisman. But what Reggie Bush did at USC, and even the fact that they were a stacked team, makes it even more impressive that he is one of the players that everybody can pick out from that USC team and be like, that was the best player on that team. And everybody remembers the highlights. Every little boy when I was growing up was trying to do that Reggie Bush stop on the sideline, hop back, let him run past. Everybody was doing that. What Reggie Bush did for the game of college football at the time, and the amount of eyes that were on USC and Reggie, just spectacular. So I look, number 5, got to give it to Reggie Bush.
All right. Yeah. Well, we left off at 11, so we're at 12. So 12, Roger Staubach.
I mean, it's hard to go against what would that be? Captain America? Is that what they called him?
Yeah, it's kind of hard, but
yeah, kind of hard to go against Captain America. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good one right off the bat. Doug Williams.
Yeah.
Doug Williams of Grambling.
Yeah, but you got to give Roger Staubach there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Andrew Luck, Stanford. A lot of good number 12s at quarterback.
Good honorable mention.
Now people aren't going to like this one. Colt McCoy at Texas.
Yeah. Not an all-time great.
One of the winningest quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, but
I think he has the most wins, or like in terms of percentage, it was either him or the Boise State quarterback, or he had it and then the Boise State quarterback broke it. But for an entire career, I mean, maybe not amazing numbers, but he did win when it mattered outside of the national championship when he got hurt and the Nebraska game when they put 1 second back on the clock. Earl Thomas at Texas, safety.
Yeah. You could go
pretty
there.
good career. Joe Namath at Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't know his stats because it was, back forever ago.
Well, we'll give it to Roger.
Well, probably. It's either Roger or Doug, and I guess we'll give it to Roger.
All right. 13. Number 13. Dan Marino.
I say not a lot of 13s.
Dan Marino. Can we get somebody better than Dan Marino?
Well, in terms of a career, not just stats, but a whole career.
Or names, not by a good, because he's an NFL quarterback. That's why.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua. Do you think he's more popular than Dan Marino?
I mean, a lot of people remember Marino for his success with the Miami, his statistical success with the Miami Dolphins. But again, if we're going collegiate careers, what Tua did at Alabama and the years that he was there, the fact that he was able to come into the national championship halfway through, and lead them onto a comeback victory.
That's one I might change right there.
I mean, Tua's got to be right there. So a person and this is why I like these lists that when you look them up, because a person that I hadn't even heard about, and I probably should have, Kenny Washington at UCLA, UCLA's first All-American and first College Football Hall of Fame inductee. Washington led the NCAA in total offense and earned All-American honors in 1939. His legend extends beyond that. He was one of 4 black players on his team, along with Jackie Robinson, Woody Strode, and Ray Bartlett, a rarity at that time, and broke the NFL's color barrier in 1946.
Could go there.
I think I'm going to go with Tua Tagovailoa, though.
All right. Yeah, we're going to stick.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Again, if you guys have any thoughts on these lists, if you have anybody that you would throw on there, especially any Huskers that you would throw on there with these numbers, let us know. Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter on the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream. Hop on there. And again, let us know if there's any other players that you would throw into these numbers as the best player in college football for these numbers.
14. Ty Detmer.
Ty Detmer, the 1990 Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, I don't know anybody else that wore number 5. I mean, Sam Bradford had a pretty good career. Vinny Testaverde.
Nah.
It's hard. So it's hard with defensive players, because you throw their numbers up and it's like, oh, you had, 7 interceptions in one season, and you had 14 interceptions over a career. And then you look at the offensive players. Ty Detmer, 5,188 yards in 1990. Broke 59 NCAA records, tied 3 others by the end of his career. 16,206 career passing yards, including bowl games, were more than 4,000 yards greater than the next closest player at the time. And still, despite the fact that teams are passing a lot more now, 5th most in FBS history, 1990.
Yeah. All right, 15. Now, we could debate 15 all day. This is going to be a great one right here. Number 15. Tim Tebow. We can say Tommy Frazier.
I was going to say.
You can say Tommy Frazier because, same guys who won, 2 national titles apiece.
One won a Heisman.
One got a Heisman, so that automatically kind of –
one was robbed of a Heisman.
Yeah, one was robbed and one was given a Heisman. But, I probably have to go with Tommy Frazier on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
probably would.
So I wonder, so neither one was a prolific passer. That's what I'll go with. But both were outstanding runners. I don't know. You always see Tim Tebow hype videos when he's yelling at the team and getting them hyped up. How was Tommy in terms of leading a team like that? Was he the guy that was leading the speeches in the locker room? Was he the guy that was hyping the team up, or was he more? And this is something I don't know. Was he would he just lead with his play? Like you hear some stories about him, but I don't know if he was the guy leading all of those speeches in the locker rooms like Tim Tebow was.
Yeah.
And those are the things that you always saw. Everybody remembers the game where he's covered in the red paint from the field, and it just like he's covered in blood, and he's just screaming at his teammates to play better. They've got this, and they can get this win. Like that's something that everybody remembers with Tim Tebow. So and obviously Tommy has the run, and he has all those spectacular plays that he has.
He carried Nebraska on his back. Sometimes, he had to start it off. Games like Washington State that we was in a tough battle in, and Tommy was getting beat up pretty bad, knocked off the sidelines, and that's what I'm saying. That's what we're here for, to debate these type of things. 3 straight Super Bowl MVP. For the national championship games. He beat out Charlie Ward in 93, won it in 94. MVP was another national championship MVP for the Fiesta Bowl. So I don't know if Tim Tebow got 3 straight like that or play in 3 straight national title games. So, there's a lot can be said about this one right here, but I'll go with Tommy on mine.
Yeah, he give me 1 second while I get this so that I can compare the stats with both of them. There we go. Okay. So in terms of a career, Tim Tebow, and again, more passing nowadays than there was, especially back then when they were running the triple option. 9,285 passing yards, touchdowns. Holy crap. 88 touchdowns, only 16 interceptions. Tommy Frazier, in a time where they didn't pass a lot, and he also missed some games his junior year because of the blood clots and didn't play all that many his freshman year. 3,521 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, and only 11 interceptions. But really, with these two, it comes down to the rushing, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what you think of when you think of Tim Tebow and when you think of Tommy Frazier. So both played 4 years. Again, Tommy missed some games due to freshman, and then due to blood clots his junior year. Rushing yards for Tim Tebow, 2,947 and 57 touchdowns. Tommy, 1,955 and 36 touchdowns. Tommy did average more yards per rush with 5.7 than Tim Tebow's 4.3. And he also had damn near 300 less carries than Tim Tebow did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a tough comparison between the two, but 300 less carries, and he's only 21 touchdowns behind.
Yeah. So, yeah, I probably would have go Tommy.
If he plays his entire junior year, and if he's able to start as a true freshman and play all the games, who's to say where Tommy's stats would have been?
Yeah. All right, so let's hit the next one. 15-16, Peyton Manning, unanimous.
Yeah, it's Peyton Manning. I mean, you've got Jim Plunkett, Chris Winky, Gary Bobon, Jake Plummer. No, it's Peyton Manning.
All right, 17. Charlie Ward. I don't think we can get nobody better than Charlie Ward.
Nah, it's Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward.
Sorry about it.
18.
I mean, the dude played 2 sports.
Yeah, 18. Arch Manning.
I'm sorry, what?
Archie Manning.
No.
They say, I don't know why they give Archie such a hard time, because he wasn't
I know he was great at Ole Miss.
Yeah, but he wasn't successful like his sons were. And
3-year starter, 4,753 yards, 31 touchdowns. Finished top 4 in the Heisman twice. Was inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame in '89. I mean, based on anybody else that wore 18, Jason White at Oklahoma, Jim Leonard, Wisconsin, Roman Gabriel, NC State, Vernon Davis, J.J. Stokes, Cade McNown, Tre'Davious White. Like, it's not a murderer's row of people wearing the number 18.
All right, we're going to go to 19 now. Eric Dickerson.
Yes.
All right.
Rashawn Salam.
Yep. Well, yeah, but Eric Dickerson.
Is Eric Dickerson. I mean, he was NIL before NIL. I mean, that oil money at SMU was the only reason that he went to SMU. He definitely shouldn't have gone.
Some of these guys we know going to be unanimous, like 20. Billy Sims.
Are you sure?
Whatever 20 you see.
Johnny Rogers?
Johnny Rogers or Billy Sims. I don't know, man. Billy Sims was hard. He was
Earl Campbell, Texas
Cam-
running back.
Yeah, see, that's.
I don't know about unanimous. That's a great top
Yeah,
three right there.
But you got to see Earl is tough, but Billy Sims. Whew.
This is something that we need everybody's contribution on with number 20.
Who's your best 20? Johnny Rogers,
Earl Campbell,
or Billy Sims? We're gonna need something out there. We're gonna take a break while we see how many people text in for that.
Somebody
one.
said Barry. Did Barry wear 20 in college?
No, hold on.
I don't think he did.
No, he wore 21.
Yeah, because we were
Yeah.
20 in the pros. We were
Yeah.
21 in college.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna take a break.
That's a good top three.
That's a good top. Let's take it to break right quick, Rico,
That's-
and we'll come back and we'll see what we got on the text line for Billy Sims or who you say Johnny Rogers, or Earl Campbell. Earl Campbell got some of the best sausages. Have you ever had the Earl Campbell
Oh, you're
sausage?
talking sausages. I was talking runs.
No, I'm talking about Earl Campbell. He's a businessman now. He got these
Is he?
sausages that are just so great.
Does that take him to number one for you?
No, because VJ lied to me and said he was going to bring me some. He
Oh.
never brought them. Then he always talk about them.
Heartbroken.
They don't even sell them in Nebraska no more.
Where are they? Just Texas?
I used to get them in Walmart.
Oh.
They were good.
You okay?
Yeah.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, the ticket 93 points.
We're going to let the black shirt compose himself. We'll be right back.
All right.
Attention all wings fans. Wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Register to win one of 4 $500 gift certificates from Graham Tire Company of Lincoln during their anniversary sale going on now. Instant rebates on Deere, Kumo, and Nokian tires. Additional mail-in rebates on select Goodyear tires. Double your mail-in rebate when you use your Goodyear card. That's up to $260 savings on 4. Hurry in for the savings and your chance to win a $500 gift certificate given away to 4 lucky local winners. Tire and Auto Service, getting you to the places that matter most.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now are at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. For apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See club for details.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Old School with DP and J.
As long as it's taken for him to build up that program to be pretty successful by their standards, and look, pretty successful by Big Ten West standards, you have to take that into accountability. You can't be an impulsive, in-the-moment type of decision maker, because how you handle Pat Fitzgerald could stymie you from hiring, because those coaches talk.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to The Ticket, 93.7 on the Black Shirt, Terrell Farley. And I got Rico and the captain not here, but we are powered by Bauer Underground.
Bauer Infrastructure.
Yeah, Brett Excavate. All the guys out there, Big Slim and his crews out there working hard in Lincoln today. But yeah, the topic we're on is the best number. What was it? 20?
We're on 20. So we're going through all the numbers. I think we're going to stop at whatever number we decide to stop at. But we're going through the numbers and deciding, kind of going through lists and seeing who they have as the best player to wear a certain number in college football. And we're deciding if they are correct or if they are incorrect. And right now we're at number 20. And we've run into a little bit of a snag, as there are three great number 20s.
Let me read what Drew and Wahoo said. Drew said, sure you won't like my suggestion, but you should be doing this for just Nebraska. The best Nebraska player. We would do that probably Monday, or probably
we can do that next week.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next week, Drew. So we
just have this list, so we decided to go through it.
Yeah, we're gonna see how many Nebraskas that make the list. So
right now we're on our second one.
Yeah. So
I think just our second one, because we had Tommy at 15. It was between him and Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
I think we decided on Tommy.
Yeah.
And that's not Nebraska bias. It's just if Tommy were able to play his entire junior year. And if he were able to start as a freshman and get some more playing time as a freshman, where his stats would have been, it looks pretty comparable. It looks like his stats would have been better than Tim Tebow. So We went with Tommy Frazier. And now we're trying to decide between 3 players at number 20. We need your help. 402-464-5685. Honda of Lincoln hotline, Starter Heyman text line, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream. We need your help at number 20.
So Billy Sims, Earl Campbell, or Johnny Rogers. That's a good list.
That's a great list. So Billy Sims, Johnny Rogers, Earl Campbell, all played in the 1970s.
Yeah.
So the stats are comparable, very comparable. All played running back. Johnny also had some wide receiver mixed in there.
Yeah.
So Billy Sims statistics, and we're just gonna go the year that they won the Heisman, or do you want to go over a career?
Let's go Heisman.
Their Heisman year. Okay, so 1978 for Billy Sims. I'm guessing that was when he won the Heisman. Let me see. Heisman voting first in 78, second in 79. So first in 78. So 1978, he had 1,762 rushing yards, 20 touchdowns, only 1 reception for 35 yards, no touchdowns there. So that was Billy Sims' Heisman season.
1,000 what?
1,762 yards.
1,700 yards. Okay.
1,700. Johnny Rogers, his year that he won the Heisman was in 72, and he had 1,013 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns, only 348 yards rushing, but 10 touchdowns. So he had 19 touchdowns and 1,400 yards on receiving and rushing.
All right.
So for yards from scrimmage, okay, it's actually right here. Yards from scrimmage, 1,361 yards and 19 touchdowns.
All right.
Earl Campbell, the year that he won the Heisman, 1977. So he had 1,744 yards rushing and 18 touchdowns, 5 receptions, 111 yards, and 1 touchdown. So him and Johnny both had 19 the years that they won the Heisman, 19 touchdowns, both with a receiving touchdown or a few mixed in there. Billy Sims had 20 just rushing, and he put up the most yards rushing out of the 3.
Well, sad to say that Billy Pecan Pie said Billy has a 30 for 30.
He does.
Billy Sims. I'm gonna go Billy Sims.
I wanted to go with Earl Campbell.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna still lean towards Earl Campbell.
If you're listening, Earl, I so appreciate some of them sausages.
Yeah, Earl, if you're listening, I know you are because you always listen. Go ahead and send Terrell some sausages. I think you're right. I think we have to go with Billy Sims.
Yeah, we can't fight that.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Johnny. Great Heisman year. Great 19 touchdowns overall. 10 rushing, 9 receiving, but we got to go with Billy Sims in his Heisman year as the best number 20 in collegiate football.
So we're going to 20. We might just go to 25, Jay Rico, and then
we can do that.
Yeah, so we're gonna make this a 3-part thing. So 21, Barry Sanders, unanimous or not? You got a lot of 21s. You got LaDainian Thomas in 21.
LT didn't wear number 21 in college.
He didn't.
No, he wore number. I think he wore number 2.
2? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So give me some 21s.
Desmond Howard.
Great, but not Barry Sanders.
Calvin Johnson.
Great, but not Barry Sanders.
Michael James. Royce Freeman. Yeah, no, it's
Barry Sanders.
It's Barry Sanders.
All
it's
right.
really it's Barry Sanders.
22.
22 is a weird one because you have one quarterback.
That's who it is, Doug Flutie.
And it's got to be the quarterback. It's Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
The rest are defensive players or wide receivers or running backs. And it's look, I'm sorry, but it's Doug Flutie. Mark Ingram won a Heisman.
23. Leroy Keys from
I have never heard of
me
Leroy
neither.
Keys.
Purdue.
Played in the 1960s. A two-time top 3 Heisman finisher who was statistically ahead of his time. Keys racked up 2,990 rushing yards, 1,204 receiving yards, and 44 total touchdowns, including 8 touchdown passes, despite starting for only 2 seasons on offense in the mid-1960s Big Ten after mainly playing defense as a sophomore. So his junior and senior year, he switched from defense to offense and put up 44 touchdowns in 2 years.
Good Lord. Who else? Give me some.
I have never heard of Leroy Keys, and I feel like I should.
Yeah, give me some honorable mentions. So if I can see
Jonathan Taylor. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns at Wisconsin. Fairly recent, though. So that's a hard one. Jim Swink, TCU, Lydell Mitchell, Penn State. Not really. I mean,
I'm gonna have to stick with Leroy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say I never heard of Leroy.
Yeah,
but I like those stats. I like that.
Well, my first time hearing Leroy Keys, and I'm a fan of him already. So hey, Leroy, congratulations.
I need a Leroy Keys jersey. That is 44 touchdowns in 2 years, and he threw 8 of them. Goodness gracious. Shout out to Leroy Keys. Good job.
Yeah.
Purdue needs to do a better job of featuring Leroy Keys in some things.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing, trains? Number 24.
24. Niall Kinnick.
Kinnick. He's got a
Iowa.
stadium named after him.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No, you really can't.
You can't beat that.
You can win a Heisman, you can win a national championship, but once you get a stadium named after you,
like Tom Osborne's field.
yeah, I feel like that's when you put yourself in a different level.
Or Frank Solich locker room.
Exactly, like Joe Washington, Pete Dawkins, Whizzer White, great name. Sean Springs, Kevin Smith. No, I'm sorry, it's not.
So look, we got John on the text line, and John's probably going to get at us about this Johnny Rogers.
Oh, it's definitely we're getting a lot of it on the text line.
I know. So
hey, John, welcome to the Captain Show.
Hey, quick question on Johnny's stats. Does it include punt return, kickoff return?
I did
Because
not.
The guy's got a trophy named after him, so I think he's the best number 20.
I did not include punt return and kickoff return for Johnny, unfortunately. I was just going with the receiving and the rushing yards. None of the.
So John, let me ask you a question though. Have you ever seen Earl Campbell run with a football in college?
Oh yeah,
with just one hand and pushing people off with the other. Like I said, all of these guys are great. You know, I'm not going to be biased just because Johnny Rogers is a Nebraska player, but you know, it's hard when you have Billy Sims, and Earl Campbell. You know, that's a great. That debate can go on for hours.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they're all awesome.
What you see, Rico?
It doesn't have them on here for whatever reason.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah,
but there were a few.
Yeah, that's good because Johnny's probably Billy Sims won a
Billy Sims did. They all won Heisman's.
National champion.
Oh, I don't know. Thank you, John, for calling in.
You bet.
I don't know if Billy Sims won a national title.
So everyone had a nickname. So I'm thinking Johnny the Jet Rogers, Billy White Shoes Sims.
Is that what his name was?
I think it was. I think he had Billy White Shoes
Am I
Sims.
gonna have to look up his
might
nickname?
be his nickname. So, and then Earl Campbell was just a beast. So
Earl Campbell was just Earl Campbell.
Yeah, the sausage.
Okay,
man.
so Chris Berman, this was in when he was in the NFL, called him Kung Fu Billy Sims. So that's his nickname, is what it says on Google. That's the first thing that pops up when you look at Billy Sims' nickname. It says Kung Fu Billy Sims. Do you think Earl Campbell had one?
I don't think so. The Bull. The Bull. That's how he ran, like the Bull. Earl Campbell, the Bull.
Okay, so Earl Christian Campbell, known as the Tyler Rose, is an American football legend. They called him Tyler Rose. Oh, they aptly nicknamed him the One Man Demolition Team.
Yeah,
that's a very long nickname. I don't get Tyler Rose either. But that's what happens when you look it up on Google.
Yeah.
Google is not that reliable, but that's what it says.
So let's go. We kind of stuck on that one. We don't want to get stuck.
Sorry.
So we did approve of Nick Kinnick.
Niall Kinnick.
Yeah, because 25 now. The Rocket, Ishmael, Notre Dame.
No, I'm sorry.
Who you got?
I have to go with a guy that has a trophy named after him.
Who's that?
Fred Biletnikoff.
Oh, you could go there, but the Rocket versus Fred.
There's also Tommy McDonald from Oklahoma, 2-time All-American, 2-time national champion, played a vital role during Oklahoma's 47-game winning streak under Bud Wilkinson, won the 1956 Maxwell Award, and went on to a Hall of Fame professional career. But I'm going to go with Fred Biletnikoff.
Okay, you can go with Fred.
That's what I'm at. Look, he has a trophy named after him.
All right.
It's hard. Look, we talk about stadiums and then trophies. I feel like those are the two things.
So today we got through 1 through 25. Now, when we come Monday, we're going to do 25 through 50. So we're going to go to break, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about some Huskers news and some other news in football that we want to really talk about, because it's gonna get kind of funky in here when we talk about this.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little funky. Move! Get out the way. The Ticket, 93.7.
If you're an electrician, we've got a career for you. It's a career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Join the EW Local 265 family and work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair on August the 3rd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, 2500 Tamarind Ridge Road in Southwest Lincoln. For more information, call Mike Murray at 402-875-1034. That's 402-875-1034.
It's a new era for Nebraska football with a new head coach. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days. Live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis on July 26th and 27th. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, and Jake Sorensen will be in Indy for our shows on Wednesday and Thursday. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by Ben Bleicher of Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate, Gary Michaels Clothiers, Warhorse Gaming, A1 Automotive, and the 1890 Initiative.
Register to win one of 4 $500 gift certificates from Graham Tire Company of Lincoln during their anniversary sale going on now. Instant rebates on Goodyear, Kumho, Hankook, and Nokian tires. Additional mail-in rebates on select Goodyear tires. Double your mail-in rebate when you use your Goodyear card. That's up to $260 savings on 4 select tires. Hurry in for the savings and your chance to win a $500 gift certificate given away to 4 lucky local winners. Graham Tire and Auto Service, getting you to the places that matter most.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
July marks 8 years of the Body Shop being open for business and serving Lincoln the best massage options in the area. Dennis and his team would like to thank all customers who have stopped in and let them relieve the pains and stress in their lives. Your continued business allows them to do what they are passionate about. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop, your go-to for all types of massages at 48th and A.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today, with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Lost my baby in a pool game.
He lost his baby.
Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know. And I can't go home.
He can't go home. He can't go home.
I said, I know, I can't go home. Lost my baby in a pool game.
He lost his baby.
Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know. And I can't go home. I said, I know, I can't go home. Yeah, lost my baby in a pool game.
He lost his baby.
Lost my baby in a pool game.
He lost his baby.
Lost my baby in a pool game, and I know I just can't go home. Welcome back to The Ticket 93.7 on the black shirt, and I'm with
Rico,
my new background singer. Vershawn, you are fired.
Get out of here.
Mute his mic every time we sing it.
And he'll never know.
But yeah, somebody said, is that David Ruffin singing? Yeah, that's Terrell Ruffin. David's he's so kin to me.
Terrell Ruffin.
Yeah. So, Rico, we talked about this a little bit earlier, and we wanted to get it on air today, but came across this thing again. I'm an internet type of guy. I like to,
you like to peruse the interwebs.
I like to see this, but I ran across this thing, and it kind of shocked me because it said the returning starters in 2023 for the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. Now, Nebraska's number one. They're tied with Penn State for number one returning starters.
That's surprising.
Yeah, Nebraska has 14 starters back. Penn State has 14 starters back.
How does Nebraska have 14 starters returning?
Let me read this list off right quick, and then we'll discuss.
Very little confidence.
Yeah. Okay, like I said, Huskers and Penn State each have 14 starters returning. Illinois has 13 starters returning. Iowa and Ohio State has 12 apiece who's coming back. Michigan, Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Rutgers each have 11 starters coming back. Purdue has 10 coming back. Maryland has 9. A team that's not scheduled, but up, how you say that when they do the point spread, or 7-point spread. Mm-hmm. Minnesota has 9 coming back. Indiana has 6 coming back. And Northwestern has 5. Now, we better not lose to Northwestern with 5 starters coming back. Now, if something happens, now let's talk about this Nebraska football.
Well, you got to think about
14 starters.
14 starters coming back from a team that only won 4 games. Still not great. Doesn't really make you feel all that great. Also, you're
recruiting and going into the transfer portal to bring in people to kind of usurp these starters and take their spots, because you only won 4 games last year with these starters. So having these 14 starters coming back and leading the Big Ten with that is actually very surprising, because I mean, you want to have faith that this team is going to do well, but looking at the roster and the schedule and everything, your schedule makes it seem like you should win a couple more games, but looking at the roster, it's not very, it doesn't give you a lot of confidence, even with 14 starters coming back, especially if we went through this and we could find the starters. I mean, maybe you could make yourself feel better and convince yourself that it is good to have 14 coming back. But if you go through it and you find all 14 and you're like, oh no, they have somebody to take this person's place, or maybe a certain offense or defense is going to make this person very limited, it's going to be very, I don't know, it might crush your confidence.
Well, and I said this all along, that this is not a, how do they say this year supposed to be a
rebuild?
A rebuild. This is not Nebraska's not a rebuild team. It's a retool team. And only thing you have to do is give these kids some confidence to win.
Mm-hmm.
This is not this is, like I said, this is not a rebuilding year. I mean, this is a year for them to really prove that the coaching was one of the main reasons why they had to make this change to Matt Rule, because I don't think these guys was pushed a lot by the Scott Frost regime, and they wasn't coached up to their potential, especially in different positions. Now, the DBs have always been coached good by Coach Fisher. Now that you got the other coach in there, you just need guys to push them a little bit harder. I don't think Barrett Root pushed linebackers pretty good last year, because, just the expression on his face, just watching him coach, that he wasn't into the game like he should be. Now, you got other coaches that probably did their best. I think Coach Applewhite was very active last year. Mickey Joseph was active to a part where he got advanced to the head coaching job, but he had the receivers ready. He brought a guy with him in Trey Palmer. Now, now somebody says that doesn't mean they're starting still. Well, I can tell you this: most of the guys in the DBs, that they're going to start. That's them 5 back there. They all start.
I'm pretty sure you returned your entire defensive backfield at least.
Yeah, besides the guy who went second round, who went in draft. No, that was the year before that. Cam Tabarilla. But but you got to think about the guy that's that defensive line, the long guy coming back. What's his name?
Ty Robinson.
Ty Robinson. You got your linebacker. You got 2 linebackers coming back, but I think only one's going to start.
Well, if you're truly going to 3-3-5, you're only going to have one middle linebacker, unless one of them is going to move to an outside backer position,
I don't think
or if you're going to mix some stuff up. However they decide to do it, there's a chance that only one of your 2 returning middle linebackers ends up starting. Now, if we wanted to go through the roster, like I said, and try to find out who the returning starters are, we could do that. But an unnamed texter says, what? Rico doesn't think NU has good players. Wasn't anything to do with the coaches. No, it was a lot to do with the coaches.
Yeah.
It was a lot to do with the coaches. But at the same time, you won 4 games last year. You've got the same players coming back. Even if you have the same players coming back, even if you have those same players coming back and different coaching, at a certain point, and I've always said this, at a certain point, with a football team, with any sports team, it's out of the coach's hands, and it falls on the players to make the plays. The coaches can only put you in the position to succeed, but once they call the play and that ball is snapped, it's on you. Were you paying attention? Do you know where you're supposed to go, who you're supposed to cover, what the changes are? If this person does this, you're supposed to do this. Does the person in front of you know what they're supposed to do? It falls on the players after a certain point with the coaches. They can only do so much.
Yeah.
And then it falls on the players. And even then, even with, mediocre coaching, the players still needed to do something, and they didn't get it done.
Well, you're right. It all falls on the players, but as a coach, you have to have them mentally ready. You have to have them repetition ready. These are things that you go over 100 times before you play a team. I mean, on Fridays, you go their top plays and you go over and over and over, and you go over these plays until your defense perfected. Now, like you said, once we get on the field, it's on the players. I don't care if it's a mental lapse, because, watching the Wisconsin game last year, after we really had them beat, and the back snuck out of the backfield, and the guy turned his head, and not naming no names, but I know who it was. But the guy turned his head and lost the guy, and the guy ran out and caught the ball. So, it's mental things like that players should get. And you don't dwell on that. But, plays like that do cost us the game, and it causes us to take another L. And that's what happened last year when you have mental breakdowns that players are not really focusing because you don't know if it's the coach fault for not doing repetitions like they should have. Because I know when I played, man, Coach McBride, if he didn't like how it looked, run it again. If he didn't like how it looked, then run it again. And you keep running until you perfect it, until your defense knows what everybody's doing and what everybody's going to do. And until you get to the point where, hey, I don't even got to tell these guys no more. They know what to do.
And I don't know who said it, but it's practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
So like you said, if Coach McBride didn't like the way it looked, you run it again until you get it right.
Yep.
And then you keep running it until you can't get it wrong, until it's so embedded deep into your brain that as soon as that play is called, you know exactly where you're supposed to stand, you know exactly where you're supposed to go, you know exactly who you're supposed to take care of and who your assignment is.
If it's like this, if you're at practice and you studying in a team playbook and every play that play is getting 5 yards, you don't want them to get 5 yards on that play. So you run it again. They might get 4 yards. You run it again. You run it again. You run it again until they get 1 yard. You run it until they get no yards. You run it until they get negative yards. You got to keep running this to your players learn how to put it in, to get it stuck inside their head. Oh, I know this play. I know this play. I've seen it. This the kind of positions that Coach McBride put us in, because once I seen the formation they was in, I said, man, I know this. We ran this at practice. Oh, this is my play. And then you get excited because you went over this and you know it. And as a player, once you know that, you know you did your job and they got 1 yard on that play, hey, run it again then. I don't care because I'm going to be right there and I know what you're going to do. And that's all come from repetition, practice. So you don't need to go to 5 different stations at practice. You only need one. You go once you start practice, you go your form tackling, you break it up 7-on-7, run defense, then you come together as a group, then you run a group, a whole 11-on-11 against a scout team. You don't need to have different play. You know, you need scout team down here, 1s and 2s over here, split them up. So it's a lot of things they can do different. I can't, but practice is perfect though. So that's how it goes, man.
Just keep practicing over and over, and then it goes into the film study as well, where you're practicing, the formation, but then if you study the film enough, and I think DP said it multiple times, you look for the little nuances about those players. Is somebody leaning to the right whenever they're going to go to the right? Is somebody leaning to the left? They put more pressure on their right foot, on their left foot, on their hands. Is there somebody that's leaning back? Is there a running back that doesn't bend all the way over when it's a pass play?
He's looking at you the whole play. If a guy's looking at you the whole play, 9 times out of 10 they're coming your way.
So they bring a certain person in for whatever package is, and when they bring him in, what is the amount of pass to run, and that goes with a lot of film study, a ton of film study, and that's going to fall on whoever's job it is to do that, to pass that message along to the coaches, to then pass that along to the players. To you need to look for this. The left tackle always leans to the right when they're going to do a pass play, or the center puts more pressure back on his heels when they're going to do this.
Yeah.
Just some small things like that. And that's what's going to help Nebraska get from where they are dwelling in the cellar to, hopefully back to where they belong, up near the top of the conference and up near, up in the top 25 for collegiate football teams.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. All right, y'all, it's Friday. It's Good Sense Friday. We're going to take it out of here right now. I'm the black shirt, Terrell Farley. I had Rico for the last 3 days. Thank you, people, for tuning in to the Ticket 93.7. We'll see you Monday.
Be as good as live action, as good as live action. It's all about the captain. He make it all happen. Other shows, they be lacking. You're now down with the action, All you gotta do is just come through and kick it. Boy, I guarantee that you'll be loving every minute. It's all about the sports each and every time you visit, and we giving you the game. You ain't got to buy a ticket. Hey, we giving you the game. It'll never be the same. The ticket is the ticket. Headed to the Hall of Fame. It'll never be the same.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Great Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Great Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today, with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and Coppell's big summer sales event is kicking off into high gear with lots of fantastic offers still going on. We've got 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonuses on select new models. I know it all sounds too good to be true, but yes, 0.9% interest rates right now at Coppell. Also ramping up our back-to-school vehicles, and our pre-owned inventory is filling fast. We've got great new pre-owned and GM-certified units ready to roll, so stop on by the dealership or online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your